Today, what I'm going to show you is how to get an insane amount of traffic from AI, like you can see right here. So the method that I'm showing you can help you rank inside Perplexity. You can also rank directly inside Google, and you can even rank, for example, inside ChatGPT using these methods that I'm about to share with you. And it's a very simple strategy that basically helps you get an insane amount of traffic to your website. And also you can auto-publish videos, blogs, infographics, and podcasts to over 300 websites at once. Now, this is basically replacing the traditional methods of a press release by auto-generating with an AI a piece of content that you want to rank about, right? So let's say, for example, you want to rank on Google for, in my case, the AI Success Lab, which is a group that we're running that's free, right? And so what you can actually see, and this was just published 5 days ago, is that 2 of our press releases are already ranking on the first page of Google, right? So for example, Julian Goldie reveals new AI Success Lab. Literally all this is like you click a button and then it generates a page about what you want, and then it will rank on Google for your target keyword and link back to whatever you want to send the traffic to, right? Here's another example. So this is on Ampifire, which is actually the tool that we're using. The blog was created and it's already ranking on the first page of Google. All of this is just generated with AI. It's really simple and easy to do. And obviously, this is going to help you get more customers. It also means that you're less reliant on paid ads. You can build sustainable traffic assets. It's very easy to do. You get higher profit margins because you're not relying on ads. You can rank on ChatGPT and AI and those sort of things. And the other cool thing here as well, like a lot of people are now using ChatGPT and Perplexity and tools like that to find you and your business, which means if you're ranking on them, great. But if you're not ranking on them, you're seriously missing out. And obviously that costs you money every day by not doing it. So let me show you the whole process and step by step exactly how to do this. So first thing you're going to do is go over to Ampifire. And then from here, you're going to log in. So you can just log in at the top there. Once you've done that, you're going to log in and you're going to see your dashboard like so, right? Now, if you want to create your own AMP, right, aka like the replacement for a traditional press release, then you can just go to create AMP, you put in your categories. And the strategy here, when you're doing this, is really to find like questions, right? So for example, the best free AI marketing group, that's a question that we're going after by targeting the AI Success Lab. So we can type in our category inside Ampifire, this first step. Just add your information about your company. So we'll just fill this in like so. You can also add in like your company logo and all that sort of thing. You can choose to display your email and your phone number on the press release. And you can also connect this to other accounts, right? So for distribution, you could connect it to your YouTube, Vimeo, SlideShare, etc. I'm not going to do that for now, but you can fill that in later. And then when you fill in the website, just make sure you have the HTTPS set up there. Once it's done that, you can just use the recommended details if it finds your company automatically, and then you would just put in your headline, right? Now, for your headline, obviously you need a question to write about, right? That's step number 1. So how do you find that? Well, what you can do is you can actually use something called Headline Pig. This is a tool built into Ampifire. And inside here, you can say, for example, okay, I want to rank for something around, for example, let's say ChatGPT 5, right? We'll sniff topics around that, and it's going to take about 1 to 3 minutes for the results. But essentially what this is doing is finding relevant headlines for you and just going out and doing the research for you, right? The good thing about this is, obviously, normally what you'd have to do is manually type this into Google, find a bunch of ideas that way, guess it's going to work, or go into ChatGPT, but you're not really sure which ones ChatGPT is hallucinating and which ones are real, etc. So one of the easiest ways to just find topics is to go directly inside Headline Pig. And this is also free and included inside Ampifire, right? So you don't pay extra for it. Now I've got a bunch of headlines like you can see. So for example, like ChatGPT versus Claude 3.5 Sonnet, GPT-4 versus Claude, etc. And you'll see a bunch of different options here. So you got like brand and product comparisons, if that's what you're trying to rank for. You've also got, for example, cost and feature articles and usage-based comparisons. Now, this is important to note because whatever you're going to rank for inside ChatGPT or Perplexity or Google, whatever, this is how customers are going to find you. This is how you're going to get traffic, right? So you want to target something that's very close to what you're actually selling. So, for example, if we have a look at this, okay, NLP versus keyword matching for SEO content optimization. Let's run with that. We'll plug that into the formal headline. We can also add an informal headline, which is basically like a more relaxed headline that can still rank inside Google, but at the same time, these sort of headlines are more clickbait. They can be more sensational because this is going out to websites that are less strict with their editorial guidelines, right? So obviously, the formal headline is more for news services. The informal headline is more for like more chilled out services that don't really care so much about what you publish and that sort of thing, right? And then you've also got alternative headlines, and you can add something a bit different there as well if you want, right? Then you would just add the media. And basically when you're adding the media, these are images that are going to be inserted directly inside the press release. So let's say, for example, I was using my group and I was trying to promote this, right? I could take a screenshot, then I can upload that, crop it, you get the point. And we just need 5 of those. So just for the sake of speed, obviously I'm uploading some images, but you want to find relevant images to whatever you're posting about, right? So obviously if it was like something about ChatGPT, so obviously if it was something about your product and you're trying to rank for that, well then you would insert relevant product images. From here, you just select all the images you want to include and then hit confirm. Right, and then we're good to go. From there, it's going to generate the AMP. So we've got the headline here. And what's pretty crazy about this is you're not just publishing like a news article and ranking for that, right? So you would insert your summary and your content here, but also you can add blog posts, an audio podcast, including the script. You can generate a slideshow, an infographic, and a video. So the whole point of this is basically you can take like any topic, create 8 content formats, video, podcasts, infographics, etc. It auto publishes across 300 sites, including YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pinterest, LinkedIn, etc. And it only takes about 20 minutes to create, repurpose, and distribute all of that inside one platform, right? Now, obviously, when you're creating the content and you're inserting this, what you don't want to do is, number one, you don't want to be creating spam or AI slop. The goal is to create content that compete. You might be thinking, okay, want to stress here is like, don't use this to create like spam or AI slop, right? The idea here is to create content that's actually high quality that's going to convert. Because if you just create slop, then nobody's going to buy or click on that link that you insert inside your podcast if it even ranks inside ChatGPT and that sort of thing. The other thing here as well, this is like an AI assisted workflow, so it's not just like click a button and everything ranks. Obviously, during the process, like I've shown you today, you're going to edit the content, you're going to have a little think about it, strategically publish, but the AI helps you speed this up like 100x. The whole point of this as well is not really for like a PR campaign, so it's not like you're trying to do a public relations campaign. What you're trying to do here is publish to many, many different platforms, rank those in multiple different search engines, and then drive traffic to the content you publish. And also, this is more focused on click building rather than link building. So basically, it's not about getting backlinks to your website. That's not the goal here. The goal is to drive traffic to your page, which is the most important thing, right? And also, this is a little bit more linear than most platforms, right? So when you're publishing on here, obviously you get these different categories and you get customization over how you're going to publish your content and everything else. But at the same time, you're not going to customize this to like the nth degree, right? But that's actually good because it saves you a lot of time. It just helps you focus on exactly what you need to do. And then once you publish, you're going to see something like this, for example. We've got the content published here, nice little headline, and it sends traffic directly to exactly where we want to go. Right? It even has links to my funnels. So for example, like my AI automation page. And the main goal of this is just to really drive traffic from these press releases that rank on Google. If you look at this example, this is like a fun case study, but essentially you can see here inside Perplexity, it recommends Jay Cruz, a contemporary figure in the marketing industry and CSO at Ampifire, who claimed genetic ties to Alexander the Great, which is amazing, isn't it? What a time to be alive. And you can see the published post here from Ampifire that influenced and ranked this content directly inside Perplexity, ChatGPT, and also on Google. Now, you might also be wondering, okay, how much does all of this cost? So it is right now $27 per month. There are only a limited number of slots available as well, but for $27 a month, you basically get unlimited AI content creation, and that's not just for text-based, that's video and everything else. Bear in mind, like Veo 3 when it first came out was like $250 a month. You can create podcasts and videos and everything else for $27 a month. There is a wait list for hands-on support and training strategy. That's why you've only got a limited number of spots if you want like done with you as well. The other thing I would say is like they're continuously adding new features, right? So it's quite a new process. Obviously AI has not been around that long either, but they're rolling out new features pretty much but they're rolling out features almost weekly, improving the video, the content outputs and everything else. And there's a bunch of new features coming in soon. For example, like automated AI images, AI video presenters, and even new AI voices, which is pretty crazy, right? Imagine you just click a button and then you get a bunch of like AI presented avatar features as well. Pretty cool. Just to recap on that process for generating traffic, you're going to create the content based on the headlines that I've shown you, finding questions, etc. Then you're going to repurpose that content using the news, blog post, video, infographic, slideshow, and audio ad method. And then finally, you're going to distribute that which is done automatically through Ampifire, and it goes across like 300 platforms. Pretty crazy. I know some of you as well, you might be wondering, okay, like, what's the process? You know, have they got any reviews online, etc.? So they've got some really good reviews online as well. A lot of 5-star reviews, as you can see. A lot of good testimonials. In fact, this case study talks about a 10 to 50x ROAS, which is pretty insane. I mean, we spend a lot of traffic on ads and we don't get a ROAS like that. And also, you can see their reviews online here too. So feel free to check out, link in the comments and description. If you have any questions, let us know. Here's another quick case study as well. So in terms of traffic, this fitness brand absolutely blew up. As you can see, 138% overall traffic growth, 200x blog traffic growth. And the main thing that you really want to focus on, like, is does this actually convert? You can see they got 7 figures in attributed sales. So I'll leave a link in the comments and description to sign up for that. Again, $27 a month, you can't really go wrong. Feel free to check it out. And that is a really cool way to just rank inside these AI search engines that most people are not really thinking about right now. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.